regular council meeting of February 14th, 2011. Mr. Spagno, would you please call the roll?
Allen.
Here.
Dixon. Givens. Hannon.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
McLean.
Here.
Maury.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
Pate.
Yes. 7 members present. This time, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to chair announcements. An executive session of council was conducted on January 24th, 2011 to discuss a real estate issue and police personnel issues. And tonight, before we come out, February 14th, 2011, to discuss police personnel issues. At this time, can we turn to the reports to the officials and librarians?
Good evening. My name is Christine McIntosh. I'm the director of Your Public Library, where we provide services to inform, inspire, and enrich the community. The Chronicles is coming out soon, so I'm not going to tell you about 3 pages of programs that we have, but when you receive it at home, please take a look. We have a lot of great programs coming up. But one that I wanted to focus on this evening, if you recall, a few months ago, I announced that the library was a recipient of a Family Place grant. Family Place is a national initiative that focuses on how learning is play. Children learn through play, and the importance of play and how it's just not, play. The kids are learning. So the library is getting ready to start its first 6-week workshop in April. It's for parents and toddlers, where the parents are on the floor playing with the kids on different activities. But also there's a specialist at each session, like a nutritionist or a speech pathologist, to help answer parents' questions. It's also a good time for parents to meet other parents and kind of see how other people are handling their toddlers. And also I wanted to take a moment to introduce the new Bethel Park local history book from the Arcadia Publishing Images of America series. Today is the release date. I just picked this up from our Community Foundation president's garage. I got a box of them. They are $21 plus tax, so it's $23.53 total. They are on sale at the library, at EV Hardware, and also at Bethel Bakery. It was written by a local resident, Kristen Normile, and it is chock full of photos. So, like I said, they're on sale locally. The proceeds from this book go directly to the Community Foundation, which of course they turn around and give money back to the community for various grants and cultural events like the Tower Concert Series. So, does anyone have any questions?
Any questions?
And Bill, this is your copy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, we turn to the police chief's report and Chief Mackey.
Thank you, Mr. Mowry. Good evening, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to make my report short tonight because this is a special evening for the police department, which I'll get into here in a few moments. But the first thing I wanted to do was announce that the Crime Prevention Office, along with the Bethel Park Recreation Department, have joined forces, and we are going to offer discount tickets to Pittsburgh Pirate games. There are going to be 4 games throughout the season. You can pick up an application or a registration actually on the Bethel Park website, and also there's going to be a form in the next issue of the BP Chronicles. There's a couple good games: Washington Nationals, Detroit Tigers, the Phillies, and the St. Louis Cardinals. So make sure you check those 2 areas for your ticket order forms. The second thing I wanted to mention is we've been getting a lot of questions from the community about the annual Pittsburgh Steelers basketball game. And we're not sure if that's going to happen this year or not. As everyone's aware, the NFL is having some labor issues, and because of that, the Steelers won't be able to play basketball unless those issues get resolved. We're hoping it does, because the money that we raise from the basketball game goes to the college scholarships that we offer to our high school seniors. So let's hope they resolve their labor issues and we can have our basketball game. Every year, this is a special night for the police department. Back in 1969, Dr. David McNary started the Bethel Park Police Award Foundation. He did this by soliciting from residents and business owners in the community to donate to this worthy cause. And what the Bethel Park Police Award Foundation does, actually several things. Number one, we honor 3 police officers for their work in the previous year, and we're going to do that tonight. It also provides scholarship money to children of Bethel Park police officers who are attending college. And I know an awful lot of our children, including my own, have benefited from the scholarship that's offered through the foundation. We also have a young man here tonight that I also believe benefited, and maybe we can coax him up here a little bit later to tell us what a good program it is. I'd also like to mention Mr. Joseph Howdyshell. Mr. Howdyshell was our president for a number of years up until the time of his passing a few years ago. I would also like to introduce the board for the Bethel Park Foundation, and a couple of them are with us tonight. Of course, that's Mayor Morton and Council President Tim Mowry. Mr. Andy Amrine, who is our Vice President and Treasurer. Mr. Dan Flynn, who is our President. Lieutenant Dave Derrimer of the Police Department, and our Secretary, who's also our Police Secretary, Josie Staffen, and myself. We all sit on the board. And each year, the police officers are given ballots. And what they do is they vote for their fellow officers because of the job they did in the preceding year. And I know that the awards are really special for the officers because it's not coming from me, it's not coming from anybody else except their fellow officers. And they appreciate the job these guys have done, and rightfully so. They're very deserving of their awards, which include a nice plaque, a monetary award, and the officer who actually gets the Officer of the Year award also gets a pin. It's the Police Merit Award Foundation pin that he can wear on his uniform. There's also a brass plaque in the police lobby, and the officer's name will go on the plaque, and it'll be there for the rest of time. We have right now 41 names on that plaque, and after tonight we'll add our 42nd. So at this time I'd like to ask Mayor Morton and Mr. Mowry to please join me. Okay, the first officer I'm going to call up, I'll tell you a little bit about him, Sergeant Tim Kirsch. Sergeant Kirsch is a 19-year veteran of the police department. Tim spent several years as a patrolman. He worked in investigations for a number of years and was promoted to sergeant a few years ago. Tim is one of our afternoon shift watch commanders and very deserving recipient of our award. Tim, would you please join us? Don't go anywhere. Hang on up there. Our second place recipient this year is Patrolman Mike Dunn. Mike's been with the police department since 2006. He's a patrolman. He rotates among all 3 of our shifts. And Mike is also a member of the Shaycog Critical Incident Response Team, which basically everybody's heard of SWAT. Mike is one of our officers. He is extremely highly trained to perform in that capacity. And I don't see Mike sitting here. I know he's on duty, so he must be on a call. And hopefully he'll get here before we conclude. So. Okay, so that brings us to this year's first place award recipient. Certainly no stranger to many in the community, affectionately referred to as Mo by all the kids in the school district. Patrolman Jim Modrak. Jim's been with us for 24 years, and he's been assigned as a school resource officer since, I believe, 2001, 2002. And so Jim is a full-time school resource officer, and again, Jim was voted #1 this year by his peers. Okay, so at this time, well, actually, before I get to the officers, I mentioned before that we had a young man in the audience that benefited from our scholarship, and I'd like to see if Luke would like to say a few words about that. He just gave me the signal he's okay with not saying anything, and I understand that. But congratulations, Luke's in his last year at Duquesne University. So I guess with that being said, I'd like to ask Sergeant Kirsch and Officer Modrak if they'd like to say a few words.
Very appreciative, very humble. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mike Dunn's here. Come on.
Some guys are doing anything.
Mike, congratulations. Mike made his grand entrance. I think he planned it that way, despite if he would admit to that or not.
Now, since the other officer spoke, it's your turn.
Honest Tim.
Okay. Congratulations, Mike. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Could we turn to the fire chief's report?
Good evening. My name's Dave Gerber. I'm the Assistant Fire Chief at the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Company. For the month of January, the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Company ran 30 calls. We had 3 fires, 2 rescue and 2 rescue calls, 6 hazardous condition calls, 4 service calls, which were water leaks and smoke investigations, 2 good intent calls, and 13 false alarms for the month of January. I was not here last month, so I want to say to the police, EMS, council, and everybody, thank you very much for all your hard work and cooperation with working with us and stuff last year. We greatly appreciate it. We look forward to another good year coming up. Being that it's Valentine's Day, and maybe this is a little late for this, but I was asked to give a quick fire safety tip about candles and stuff. Valentine's Day, special day. A lot of people use candles and stuff, and even in the winter time and stuff, like to light candles and stuff around the house. That's a big thing to cause fires, so always remember before you leave the house, and I get yelled at all the time for this, believe it or not, blow the candles out and stuff before you leave. Every time I make this speech, my wife likes to text message me as I'm leaving here. Don't forget to blow the candles out, Chief, because I forget all the time. So it is a very important thing, though. Even if it's contained to a container, sometimes the candle will burn down, the container will get hot. You can still have problems with them. So make sure you blow them out, use proper candle safety, you trim the wicks down and stuff every time you use them and all, things along those lines. Other than that, one real more quick thing. Just like to let everybody know, normally we mention about fundraising and stuff. Our fundraising letter and stuff will come out sometime next month. it'll be the middle of next month. If you'd like to make a donation, you can always drop a check off to the Brightwood Road Station just down the street here. You can send it to us, or you can donate online at our website, www.bethelparkvfc.com. And also, we would like to, we're going to start pushing the issue coming up here. We are actively seeking new members. If you are at least, at this point, 19 years of age, we are looking to lower that age limit to 18. And then a little bit later on this spring, we're hoping to start a junior program that would include 16 and 17-year-olds. But currently, right now, if you're at least 19 years of age and you live in Bethel Park, we are actively seeking new members for the Volunteer Fire Company. With that, all your training's paid for, all your equipment's paid for. Like I said, anytime you want to stop down, any Monday night you have some questions, stop down any Monday night. There's normally people there at the main station down here on Brightwood Road. You can go online to, once again, our website, www.bethelparkvfc.com. There's applications and there's more information about becoming a member on there. Or you can call down the main station down the street here at 412-835-1127. There isn't always somebody there. You can call, leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. We do check the voicemails and stuff quite frequently. So, like I said, once again, we are actively seeking new members. So if you'd like to come, see what it's all about, stop down, give us a call, check us out on the internet, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you and get with you about becoming a member. Other than that, that's all I got for tonight. Anybody questions, comments, problems? Yes, sir.
Just one question. I know you guys are trying to lower the age to 18 because
Yes.
of the benefit for community college.
Yes.
I think in that benefit it says it has to be a full-fledged fireman. And do they have enough certification by the time they turn 18? Can they get to school beforehand? So when they turn 18, they can get the benefit of school?
Yes, I do believe you're talking about the county's Fire Vest program, and what the
Yes.
county's Fire Vest program is, I'm not 100% sure. You join, you can get your training and stuff while you're going to there. You can get your essentials and all that kind of stuff through community college. Like I said, the fire department pays for all your training that way. You can go to community college and take whatever line of study you would like. It doesn't have to be the fire service or public safety or anything like that. In return, what you have to do is you sign a paper saying that you're going to give the fire department at least 5 years of service for that while they pay for your 2 years of school at community college. Yeah, you can get all your training and stuff. We've had 1 or 2 of our guys go through that already. You can get your training while you're involved in that program. That's not required at the beginning, but as I said, we supply all your training. We'll pay for all that. We'll pay for all your equipment, things along those lines. So.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
Okay, young men and women of Bethel Park, how about going to school for 2 years for free? Join the fire department, and that can be possible.
It's a very good program and stuff, and like I says, you know, we'll provide you with all kind of training in-house and out at the fire academies in local area schools and stuff. So we'd be more than happy, like I said, to talk to anybody. If anybody has questions, comments, whatever, call Don, stop Don. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about it.
Mr. Murray, does that cover tuition and books, or is that just the tuition, or do you?
I believe it may just be tuition, but I don't know. You can go online. It's called the Fire Vest program through community college, and it'll give you all kind of information about it. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This time we turn to the mayor's report, and Mayor Morton.
It's too good.
I think you'll all agree that most of the folks in Bethel Park are certainly more than happy with a number of things that go on here in the municipality. I get all kinds of nice comments about how clean we keep the streets in the wintertime. I'm very proud to announce that, and I'm sure that you'll agree. We're also very proud of our policemen. You can see tonight programs, and they do a great job out there day in, day out. The fire department does a great job as well, and we should be proud of them. And tonight, in a couple of minutes, we're going to hear from our EMS people. Nora is here tonight to talk to you a little bit, and I think you'll also agree that our emergency medical group is on the ball every day, and at least they keep going up and down South Park Road with that siren going, so I know somebody's out there working. Anyway, before we start with Nora, I want to wish happy birthday to a couple of our seniors, our 90-plus people this month. There's only 2 of them. One of them, interestingly enough, was apparently a special Valentine gift to her mother back in 1918 on February 14th. So Valerie Cohet, 93 years old today. Happy birthday to her. And 93-year-old Jean Brum, happy birthday to her as well. And she was born 4 days after Valerie. I doubt if they know each other, but interesting. And Nora, we're going to have you come up right now and talk to us about the EMS program for a little while. You have a 2-minute limit.
Judy only gives me a minute. Good evening, happy Valentine's Day. We run almost 7,000 calls a year, and as Mayor said, usually from 7 a.m. till 3, anymore we're averaging 20 to 30 EMS calls during those 8 hours. So we're getting busier and busier. We also would like the residents of Bethel Park to support us. Only 1,700 households have subscribed to support Tri-Community this year. So we're looking to increase that. That's where we generate the revenue to fund the system. We're the second largest EMS system in Allegheny County. City of Pittsburgh's #1, and we're #2. And as you said, the paramedics work very hard. They have to shovel the sidewalks and stuff when we go to a resident's home. One of our goals in 2011, and we started going out to the seniors and meeting with our elderly, is to prevent falls. That is a huge problem today. So we're educating our seniors, and including myself, because I'm a senior now, on the effects a fall can have on a senior citizen, which is very life-threatening. And we've had a good response to that. We're educating people in the new changes with CPR, where they're not recommending mouth-to-mouth, and we also have had tremendous, tremendous results with the hypothermic protocol, with the out-of-hospital cardiac arrest. So we're pretty proud of that, and got an award from the Center for Emergency Medicine for a study we participated in with team conflict. So we're pretty proud of that. We're saving that gift to purchase a TV that we need for the outlying base that we haven't replaced for 25 years. So other than that, we're doing good. We appreciate everybody's help. And please, when it's icy outside, don't go outside to get your mail or newspaper, okay? Because that's not a good thing. Right, Mayor? Amen. And we'll be glad to help you in any way we can with this fall prevention. And we teach about your medicines and how to get an eye exam. And we don't want you going to the hospital.
We want to thank you for all the great
You're very welcome. They do a great job. You guys have a nice Valentine's Day. There you go, Mayor.
Thank you.
Hey, Nora.
Any questions for Nora?
I want to publicly thank you for a much-needed service that your crew provided today.
Yes,
Thank you.
I heard. They told me.
Okay. It was good.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Bill?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would want to say also, and I was thank Nora Helfrich. She, as the director of Tri-Community South EMS, she works for 3 municipalities: Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair, South Park. She works for all 3 towns. And the administrative committee, we oversee what she does. But quite frankly, we don't really can almost operate an automatic pilot. Nora is that good. She's a total professional in everything she does. Our Tri-Community South people are outstanding. They're professional. They're timely in the professionalism that they provide to people when a call is made. I know I've used them several times. Thank God they've been there. They've done a wonderful job for me. I think some of us up here could also attest to that. And if you need, it's so important to subscribe. We're a little bit down this year, nor are we not. And a subscription can be a lifesaver. Just one time, it's $60.
$5 a month or $60.
There you go. Do the math. You know, it's a great buy for security for your family. I can't think of a better way to safeguard your family and also support our community, because it's truly needed. So, but I want to say again on behalf of all of council, thank you, Nora, for the excellent work that you do all the time, and all the people of Tri-Community South EMS.
Thank you.
I expected Kristen Normal tonight. I don't know what happens. I hope it's nothing serious. She was to come and talk a little bit about the new Bethel Park book that's out. That's going to be over at, I guess, Noble Dick's, or what, not Noble Dick, what's the? Thank you, Barnes and Noble. That was my next question, Kristen. My next question was, is it available at the library?
It's available at the library, at EB Hardware, and Bethel Bakery.
Hear that?
If you buy from Barnes and Noble, the foundation does not get the proceeds.
Oh, right, because this is a fundraiser for a foundation. So they're available at the library, at Evie's Hardware, and Bethel Bakery. So you can get them there. Or through the foundation, I think, aren't they selling them themselves? Yes, yes. It's a nice booklet. I haven't read it, of course. I've just kind of glanced through it, but it's all about the history of Bethel Park. And while we're on that subject, real quickly, the committee for the anniversary celebration this year is up and running pretty good. We met last week on Tuesday and actually got some subcommittees going on some projects. And there's about 15 of us there the other night. So some definite plans are being made. They're talking again about different things, and I'm sure next month we'll make some hard decisions on those things as well. So stay with us on the anniversary project. And oh, by the way, I did appoint Kristen Normile to be our chairman, official chairman for the anniversary committee. So I believe that is all we have tonight, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Mayor.
All right.
Okay, at this time, I turn to the approval of the minutes, and Mr. Allen.
I move that we approve the regular council meeting minutes of January 10th, 2011.
There's a motion and a second to approve the regular council meeting minutes of January 10th, 2011. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagno, would you please call the roll?
Allen?
Yes.
Hannon?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
McLean?
Yes.
Maury?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Pate?
Yes.
7-0.
Motion passes 7-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the approval of the bills and payrolls, and Mr. Allen.
I move that we approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 021411 in the amount of $1,203,406.47.
There's a motion and a second to approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 021411 in the amount of $1,203,406.47. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagno, would you please call the roll?
Hannon?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
McLean?
Yes.
Maury?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Pate?
Yes.
Allen?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the resident comments section for non-agenda items, if anybody would like to make any comments. Hearing none, can we turn to general policy and finance, and Mr. Hannon?
We have no agenda items under general policy and finance, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. Do we have any additional items?
Mr. Maury,
Mr. Harrison?
as people who listen to what I talk about from time to time, they probably know that over 6 years I've been promoting a change in the Pennsylvania prevailing wage legislation. Representative Marr introduced legislation twice. It was supported by Senator Pippy, but unfortunately wasn't supported by Representative Smith. That legislation went into the hopper in the Labor and Industry Committee, which is where it belonged, and they never moved it out to the floor. So, since the November election, I've been speaking to financial type considerations that ought to be attended to at both the national and the state level, and I just want to speak to the state level at this time. There's an organization called the Commonwealth Foundation. It's a organization that lobbies for things that they think is good for the state. And I was asked to be a member of a small group in a brainstorming session which the foundation held at the Duquesne Club. And the purpose of that meeting was to bring up any subject that we thought, and I talked to the staff. They were very helpful in suggesting things that I could look at. Anyway, any items that they ought to be seriously considering. And you won't be surprised to know that I brought up prevailing wage. And I'll just tell you briefly that when Representative Marr introduced that legislation, several communities passed a resolution. Our council passed a resolution to support it. Well, the reason I'm telling you about it now, the bottom line is that I've been communicating with legislators, and particularly Pepe and Marr, about it. And I just got a call from Marr today telling me that it looks very promising. I actually got a letter published in the Trib indicating that before it didn't get out of the committee, now we can judge the action or inaction because the House is controlled by the Republicans and the Senate is controlled by the Republicans and the governorship. So if it doesn't pass, we know who to blame, and I'll take that opportunity. In any case, the reason I bring it up is the Commonwealth Foundation publishes a booklet that's called Common Sense. It's actually Commonwealth Sense. Based on this brainstorming we did, they came up with 5 ways to cut $5 billion. And item number 3 is the prevailing wage law, which they claim would save $1 billion. And the benefit of that is it really doesn't cost anything to pass it, just whatever, the legislation session, but it benefits every government, every authority, and from the top of the state on down. So I just want to let you know that I am communicating with the legislators. They're looking at the appropriate timing to introduce legislation, and I've talked not only my 2 legislators, but I've been emailing with them and others, and I've been getting very, very positive vibes. So I'll keep you posted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Mr. McLean.
Chairman, thank you. I just wanted to take a minute and make everyone aware that our council meetings, in addition to being broadcast on BPTV live and when they are shown in accordance with the schedule, are now also available on YouTube. And thanks to the folks at Bethel BPTV, you can now go to YouTube anytime and watch any council meeting.
With the website.
Right, or the website. And the easiest way to get there, you can go on YouTube and just put in Bethel Park Council meetings and it'll take you right to the archives of all of our meetings. Or easier, go to the Bethel Park website, bethelpark.net, www.bethelpark.net. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a link for Watch Council Meeting, and that'll take you right to the YouTube page where you can see it. The nice thing about the feature of seeing it on YouTube is you can watch it whenever you're ready to watch it, as opposed to waiting for it to come around again on the cable station. But you can also, because of the features they have, you can go right to the part of the meeting that you want to get to and see. So if there's something in the mayor's report or the chief's report that you want to see again, or if you'd ever like to listen again to any of the frequent insightful remarks that are made by members of this council, you can go right to those remarks and listen to them in their entirety or in any part of them. But just want to let everyone know it's part of our effort to continue to make the government of Bethel Park available to the people of Bethel Park. We now have our minutes available online, but we also have the YouTube connection so that you can see the meetings. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Maury.
Mr. Harrison.
Let me show some of my ignorance, and I have a parcel of it. My question is, do you have to have a cable or a dish service to get YouTube, or can I get that on my PC?
You can get it with any internet connection. Okay. If you have access to the internet, you can get to YouTube.
You guys will be thinking I don't have a cable or a dish, which is true.
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. O'Brien.
Jim, is there any way I can keep my children from getting hold of this information? I don't know what they would do with me on that one.
I don't think I can help you on that.
Okay, thanks. I'm in trouble.
It's the highly rated Bethel Park Council meetings, too, by the way. Are there any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to planning and zoning and Mr. Allen?
Mr. Meyer, we have no items under planning and zoning this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to health, safety, and welfare and Mr. Allen?
Mr. Meyer, we have one item under health, safety, and welfare. It's a resolution, disposition of records. I move that we adopt the resolution for the disposition of public safety records in accordance with the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Society regulations.
There's a motion and a second to adopt the resolution for the disposition of public safety records in accordance with the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Society regulations. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Spagno, would you please call the roll?
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Pape.
Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Hammy.
Yes. Motion passes 7-0. Mr. Allen.
We have no other items under health, safety, and welfare.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Are there any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to Public Works and Maintenance and Mr. O'Brien?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are no items tonight under Public Works and Maintenance.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Are there any additional items?
No.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Any additional items? There's a
Second.
motion to adjourn, second. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourning. Good night, everyone.
Hi, I'm Andy Amrine from the Bethel Park Community Foundation, and I'd like to tell you about a new scholarship opportunity that's available in conjunction with the municipality of Bethel Park and BPTV. The Bethel Park Volunteer Scholarship is available to students who have been active in the community and plan to attend a school within the Pennsylvania state system of higher education. Any high school student who has volunteered in the community for over 200 hours, has maintained a 2.75 QPA, and has proof of a pending attendance at a Pennsylvania State School of Higher Education is eligible to apply. The scholarship is also available to students enrolled in a PASSHE school who have met the 200 hours of volunteer service requirement and maintained a 3.0 QPA average. Applications are available with the Bethel Park High School Guidance Office and the offices of BPTV. Deadline to apply is March 1st, and awards will be announced at the Bethel Park High School Awards Recognition Ceremony, which will be held the end of May. We'd like to say thank you to all the members of the Bethel Park community that volunteer. That volunteer spirit is one of the many things that make Bethel Park a great place to live. The Bethel Park Community Foundation and BPTV have established this fund to recognize the youth in our community that continue that proud tradition. For more information about the Bethel Park Volunteer Scholarship or any of the other scholarships that the Bethel Park Community Foundation offer, please visit our website at bpcf.org.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything?
Hi, we are the varsity cheerleaders at Bethel Park High School, and we have a special invitation for you.
We would like you to join us for the Bethel Park Cheerleaders and Boosters 21st Annual Spring Fashion Show. It benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Greater Pennsylvania and Southern West Virginia.
This year's Ocean of Wishes themed fashion show will be held on Sunday, March 13th, 2011 at Independence Middle School Auditorium. Doors open at noon.
Tickets are $5 for adults and $3 for students. Due to the incredible support of the community for this annual event, all organizers and participants are volunteers, enabling all proceeds to go directly to this very worthwhile charity.
Last year, the fashion show culminated in a donation of more than $13,800, raising the BPCBA's total donation from the past 2 decades to more than $128,100.
Your support on behalf of this very important cause will help to raise money to enrich the lives of children with life-threatening conditions through the granting of wishes.
With last year's donation, 4 local children were granted wishes on their journey to health and healing.
Each year we invite an ambassador from the Make-A-Wish Foundation to participate in this charitable event. This year we have 2 guests.
We are pleased to introduce our 2011 Make-A-Wish ambassadors, 14-year-old Bethany and 16-year-old Nick.
There's a wonderful afternoon planned with fashions from many local retailers. Please come to see us model at the fashion show while you help support Make-A-Wish, which has done so much to help support me and my family.
There is also a fabulous basket auction and light refreshments. Our primary source of fundraising comes from the basket auction segment of the show, where the baskets are comprised of items donated by local businesses.
And guys, don't miss your chance to win one of the autographed sports memorabilia items that donated, including Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback number 15, Josh Freeman, autographed football, and contender of Rookie of the Year, autographed football, wide receiver number 19, Mike Williams, and the Jacksonville Jaguars running back number 32, Maurice Jones-Drew, autographed football.
We hope to see you at the 21st Annual Bethel Park Cheerleaders and Visitors Fashion Show, benefiting Make-A-Wish on Sunday, March 13th, commencing at 1 p.m. at Independence Middle School. Please support Make-A-Wish.